Good evening, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Hot Toys Veteran. It is episode 25 tonight. We actually got a couple of announcements. One of them is out for pre-order already. Very exciting. I want to talk about a few things regarding those announcements. There's a lot of talk that maybe these are exclusives to Rebel Base and blah blah blah. So we're gonna get into all that stuff. Also, there was an announcement that Asmus Toys made about one of their figures as well for those of you who collect that line. And so so we're gonna have a really good conversation tonight about a few things that are going on, also with Sideshow specifically, and I want to call it they're playing games, but we'll see what you guys think. So I want to get into before we talk about the announcements. I want to get into what I think is going on with Sideshow specifically. So first, I want to get into the exact what you guys think is the reason why this is happening. So is anything at this point really going on waitlist? Is anything really getting waitlisted right now? Is it, I think it's a game. I honestly think it's a big game. I think that and this is again what I think what's happening is Sideshow is looking at certain figures that are getting stuck, meaning they're not moving, meaning they're not, people aren't buying them either fast enough or enough of. So I think what they're doing is they're making them feel, they're making us feel like, well, this figure now is waitlisted. What does that do to the community? What does that do to the collectors? So some collectors, a lot of collectors, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Because what happens? Everybody starts posting this in every group. This is waitlisted. This is waitlisted. But at the end of the day, really think about that. What happens with what just happened with C-3PO? He's back in stock after he was what? He was waitlisted. So I think it's petty. I think is unnecessary. And I think it's funny that, the ones who freak out over this are the ones who don't even, bother ever pre-ordering anyway. They don't really care whether the figure goes or they really shouldn't care if the figure goes waitlisted or not, because if you really wanted that figure, why didn't you just pre-order it? You know what I mean? And if your excuse is, well, I don't want to pre-order it because I could get it cheaper later, so why does it being waitlisted bother you anyway? You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't affect you if it's waitlisted because you weren't getting it anyway. So it doesn't make sense. But let me see who's in the chat real quick. We got 6 in here tonight. Thank you guys for being here. Cobra Smiley, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. We have Terry in the house. What's going on, my friend? Chris, what's going on? Thank you for being here, my friend. Tuli, what's going on? So, it's crazy that, again, the people who do stress out over this are the ones who never pre-order. Because, again, if you pre-ordered, this wouldn't affect you, And, I get what's going on. Nobody's really pre-ordering and, blah, blah, blah. But, again, if you're a person that is affected by waitlisted items, you should start pre-ordering, And, again, you could say, like I just said earlier, you could say, well, I want to get it cheaper. I don't have to pre-order because I know I'm going to get it. So then why does that affect you? Why does something being waitlisted affect you? There are, and I've said this plenty of times, there are plenty of places that you can get Hot Toys from. It's not just Sideshow. And if anything, obviously, just off of retail, alone, Sideshow is the most expensive retailer out of all of them. So if you're trying to save money, your last place that you're going to should be Sideshow, period. Should be going everywhere else because everybody else sells it cheaper than Sideshow because they're allowed to. The only thing that you should worry about, when it comes to ordering from Sideshow are the exclusives that they only get. Sideshow exclusives that nobody else is allowed to get because, again, it's Sideshow exclusive. So that's the one thing you should always order. Again, if you care for that stuff, a lot of people just get the regular versions because they don't want to spend the extra money if it's, if it's more expensive. If it's the same price, it doesn't matter. Why not? But when it comes to saving money, you shouldn't worry about Sideshow being waitlisted. Again, you could get that anywhere else and everywhere else. There are plenty of retailers, local and overseas to get all that stuff. Again, for cheaper than Sideshow. So for them to, and when I say them, for Sideshow to play this game, in my opinion, is to hopefully, and again, I've said this many times before, it's hopefully to get somebody to fall for that. You know what I mean? Because if you notice something was waitlisted and you were just for whatever reason you were waiting to get it out, to get it later on, and you were just, oh man, it's waitlisted now, I can't get it. And then boom, oh, it's back in stock. It does two things. Number one, you either fall for it or not. Or number two, it could be Sideshow's way of calling people out. You know what I mean? Well, you were complaining that it's not in stock. Well, that it's waitlisted. Well, it's in stock now. Here you go. Are you really going to buy now? So, and I'm not saying they're doing that, directly to catch people lying, to catch people, to call people out. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if you pay attention to the people who, come off like they're affected by this, that's when you notice, are they bullshitting? Are they really going to collect? Are they really going to buy? Are they really going to, is this just for show to come off like they really care about anything going, in stock or going waitlisted or not? But again, speaking of Sideshow specifically, I don't think it's smart. I mean, do people fall for it? Absolutely. So I guess this is why they're going to be doing it, and this is not, going to stop anytime soon if people keep falling for it, because I'm assuming that's the whole point, to get people to say, oh man, it's back in stock, let me buy it now. So there's extra sales that they didn't have before doing, playing that little game. So is it worth it for them? Probably, or else they wouldn't do it. Is it working for them? Probably, or else they wouldn't do it. So it just makes, it should make collectors, either, figure out what they're going to do. Either you're going to pre-order and not worry about if it's waitlisted or not, or if your goal is to save money, then don't worry about the waitlist, because it's eventually going to go waitlisted anyway. So it's just again, I think it points out and highlights what really goes on in people's heads, in the community. Some people who like I said, who come off like they're really worried about an item going waitlisted, because again, if you really wanted it, you would have ordered it immediately, and that would have been the end of that. Cobra's Collection says, I'm getting nervous about Anakin Vader, waiting on something to get my video. See, so like, for example, right? So he's getting nervous about Anakin Vader. So I'm assuming this is from the Obi-Wan show. Which one are you talking about? Waiting on some Sideshow points to mature, get my Vader. So here's another thing, right? So this is why some people, maybe this is, a third issue. So now people waiting on, points, waiting on, hopefully they get some coupon codes. So that, again, how long would you have to wait for points? So if you order something, right, they give you, I believe, once you receive the item, for you to get those points, I believe it's about 40 days. after you get the item, right? So it's 10 days after the month, because you get the whole month to claim any, any damage, if anything goes wrong with the figure, you get 30 days. 10 days after that, obviously, after 30 days, you can't file a claim because you already had an entire month. So 10 days after that, for them to make sure that everything's okay, then you get your points for that, for that item. So how long, for example, and again, I'm just picking one example, C3PO, right? C3PO was, again, one of the episode 2 items that was already waitlisted. It's back in stock right now. How much time did you need from the time that it was announced, for pre-order till now for the point? And again, I'm not talking about you, Cobra's Collection, at all. I'm just talking about people in general, because you're not the only one. So I'm just using your situation as an example. For people, because I know a lot of people wait to get points and all this stuff. But how much longer did you need? And again, I don't mean you specifically, I mean you in general. Did you need to get these points together? You know what I mean? Did you order something, 4 months ago? When was the? If anybody can tell me in the chat, when was the those items, that first wave of thrills announced? If anybody can tell me, just to get an idea of a time frame exactly. So, from that time on till now, a couple days ago that it waitlisted, how much time was there in between for you to get some points? You know what I mean? And is it going to really be worth how many points you're going to get? Again, that's another thing. Even if it's $10 in points, that's $10 off. What I'm saying is, why do people have to wait, until there's an issue with the item? Just, boom, here it is. Or don't even worry about, pre-ordering. Just wait until, you have your points. It went on waitlist. Oh, well, again, now we see that at some point it'll come back. It's just that simple. There'll always be, and now with these, warehouse fines, anything's possible at this point. So, so it's just crazy that that Sideshow is playing this game. Why? I have no idea. Again, technically I know why, but it's so unnecessary. It feels like a game. It actually feels like a joke, because it's like nobody believes it anymore. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people do, but I'm saying, like, I know a lot of people who don't. I know a lot of people who laugh about it. There's a lot of people who, for example, I remember months ago, it was, oh man, like a wait list was for real. It was a real wait list. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's done. But now it's like a game. It's like, oh, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's back. Like who's gonna believe that? And it's a problem too, because you could take that for granted and say, oh, it'll be back. And what if it's not back? So they're hurting, themselves when it comes to some credibility, regarding that specific aspect of their company, that wait list, but again, the moment it comes up, I feel like people who originally were just waiting, now they're, oh, let me jump on it. So, I guess it is what it is, but not a lot of people could possibly be falling for it anymore. I don't think so, but I know 100% some people are. Commander Green, Harold, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Hector, what's going on? Thank you for being here, my friend. Yes, that'll be okay. So yeah, so that was another item that was supposedly going on waitlist, or was waitlisted. Which edition was it? Was that the regular one? I think I did see the regular one. That was actually, let me look for it real quick for you guys, just so we could see. Let me see. There we go. Let me. Oh, is it gonna pop up now? Oh, here it is. All right, so let me see. So here we have, this is the deluxe. So I'm going to assume, let me see, collector's edition. This is a low stock remaining, exclusive. That's the wait list. So the exclusive is the waitlisted one, and then deluxe exclusive is still there. Deluxe is still there. Oh wait, the deluxe special edition is waitlisted as well, and the exclusive is waitlisted. So two of the four are waitlisted, right? So um again, what are you really, what are you really missing out, right? So that's right. So here you go. So you got the regular one, right? You get all the basic stuff. Okay. Then you got the exclusive. Immediately you get that hologram right here, right? Same exact stuff, but you get the hologram. Then you got the deluxe version, which is, here you go. You got the regular head. You obviously, the regular figure is the battle damage head. Here you get the regular head. You get the interchangeable control panel. I guess you get a different piece, and you get the new base, and then the deluxe exclusive. I guess you're adding everything and the special bonus, which is the hologram. So you're worried about Cobras. You're worried about which one? Which one did you want? Because these are obviously, they're waitlisted. Does it mean they're gone? Absolutely not. If you join the waitlist, I can guarantee you most likely it'll get, it'll get fulfilled. I think you'll get yours. There's always cancellations for these things. People cancel all the time for whatever reason. So I don't think you should worry about that at all. But again, if it's something that that you didn't pre-order immediately, and again, I don't mean you personally, I mean in general, whoever didn't pre-order now and is worried about this, whose fault is it? I've said it for the longest time. If you guys want to collect something that's rare, something that's not common, obviously we're not getting anything limited from Hot Toys. You want the exclusives, the special editions. That's what you want. So if you don't collect everything, right, but an item that you do like comes in, deluxe or special edition, and those are limited ones, because it's, we know by now that those are always limited. You should be on top of that, and you should say, man, this is a figure that I want. Obviously, I want if it's up to the person, if that's something they want. I want the deluxe, I want the special edition, I want the rare piece. I don't care. Let me just pre-order it so I don't have to worry about it. That's just being responsible, when it comes to your collection. I don't mean responsible with paying bills. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you're worried about your collection. You're worried about, what you want to collect without having to stress. Then pay the deposit, the $30, $35, whatever it is, depending on how much the figure is, obviously. Just pay it. You're gonna collect Hot Toys and not have $30, $35 to put down and have a year and a half to pay it off. So it comes down to the person too. It comes down to how much do you really want to buy the figure, how much you really, really want to spend that money. Because one thing is wanting to collect. Oh man, I want to collect. I want that figure. I love that figure. But when it comes down to putting, 300, this is 330, right? This is, I think, the most expensive one. Yeah, 295 and 330. So, plus tax, plus shipping, comes out to whatever, 350, 360, 370, whatever it is. Again, one thing is saying, oh, I love the figure, I love the figure, I love the figure. But then it's like, man, it really hurts throwing down, this much money. So that's when that's when life brings you back to reality. It's like, man, do I really want this figure? Do I really want, to spend that money that I could use for anything else? I could use this money to pay for whatever else, gas, food, clothing, anything, that is not a toy. something that is gonna be useful for me in my daily life. So that happens a lot as well. People are brought back to reality because of the price of these things. And again, this is just a specific example of 330. We know that figures are obviously some are more than this, but some are less than this. You got 240, 260, 270, whatever. It's nothing crazy different, but cheaper than this, of course. You'll end up paying a total of 330 for a figure that's 290, 280, whatever it is. So let's see. D-Lo, send me the link. D-Lo in the house. So guys, the reason why I'm alone today is because D-Lo is actually selling all of his Hot Toys, and he's going into stainless steel collectible statues. I think they're usually known as butt plugs. I'm not sure. He has to answer that for you guys. Covers, yeah, no worries. Nathan, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm missing out on a figure. Exactly. So, so that's the thing. It's I understand that not everybody collects everything. I get it. But if it's something that you really, really like, there is absolutely no reason why you wouldn't have the $25, the $30, the $35, non-refundable deposit to put down. And again, you have, even if you don't put it on a payment plan, which, I tell everybody that's how I do it. I always done it that way. It's just so much easier to be able to collect as much as I do. Putting everything on payment plans, just because again, you could modify, you could postpone a payment for another month. So it works for me. Again, because of the amounts that I order, I used to get 2, 3, 4 of things. Obviously those days are long gone, but it's just so convenient, again, even if you don't do a what do you call it? A payment plan, you could leave the item there. You still have at least a year, even if the item says a year and a half from now, and it's announced that it's releasing early. It's only early by a month or two. It's never like 8 months early or 7, or 9 months early. It's usually a couple months. And if you don't have the money by then why would you even think that you were going to buy this thing in the first place? You know what I mean? And I understand things happen. I'm not saying that, why did you know? That's not what I mean. But it's like, if you really wanted this piece, then you would have made sure that, you had that money in your account for that figure specifically. And again, emergencies happen, things happen. I get all that. But, what are the chances of a life, issue is going to make you not be able to spend, $300. You know what I mean? And again, things happen. I'm not saying they don't. But it's like, what are the chances of it? Like, really, so it's just funny that they're playing this game again. I think it's stupid. I don't think that it's necessary. If you're gonna buy, you're gonna buy. But again, they're playing on the FOMO, and people are falling for this 100%. 100%. Tuli says, I jumped on 2 Vader Deluxe. Yep, so did I. I got 2 of these. Yep, 2 of these. Just because I needed this head sculpt, I needed this head sculpt, obviously the hologram, and obviously if you're gonna have both, then you need the interchangeable piece. So you're gonna have the battle damage with the battle damage piece, the regular one with the regular piece. The bases I don't really care for because I'm probably gonna use a regular black oval one. These are too bulky, too big, even though it looks cool. But it's not something that I care for. It comes with it. I'm glad, but but it's not something that I really care for. The bases, you guys know by now that I don't really care for bases because I end up not using them anyway. So it's not a big deal for me. Mike, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Good evening, everybody. What's up? What's going on, my friend? Rick, what's going on? Thank you for being here. You made it. That's 2 in a row. So guys, so we talked about the tease for the that classic suit Spider-Man from the end of No Way Home. Well, here it is, finally up for pre-order. I don't know if you guys remember when I called this months ago when the movie was out. I was like, they're absolutely doing that. And the reason why I said that was because this bad boy was already out. This is my figure of the week. I'm going to put it up, a little bit later, but it was a no-brainer for me to predict that figure. I had my doubts about it because the fact that it was just shown for as little time as it was. They didn't show as much on it at all. They didn't show, they really didn't show much of it. They showed, we saw the red, we saw the shiny blue, in the shadows, kind of. They didn't want to give away anything on the suit, which I understand. But it was just, it was just crazy that I was talking, who was I talking to? I forget who I was talking to. And I said, if they give us, that head sculpt, that figure, we have to get a head sculpt because it has to be different than the classic, VGM Spider-Man that I just showed you guys with the scorpion tail. But the thing is that because there was no, we didn't even see the mask. We didn't see the full suit swinging, in the middle of the night. So I was like, there is no way they're going to add a head sculpt because we didn't even see him without that mask on for that suit. So then I was like, well, if they're going to give us a head sculpt, then they're going to give us they're going to give us a reused head sculpt from all of the ones we're getting from No Way Home. So it could have been a half-masked one, like we're getting for the battling version, I believe, or a full head sculpt like we got for the black and gold suit, which is from that movie as well. Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't know how I'm going to do this now for this guy. Got to send D'Lo the link, but I don't know if that's going to work. Let me see real quick. Hold on once. Here we go. Okay. All right. D'Lo, check your what do you call it? Check your Facebook Messenger if you're still on here. I'll tell you when it went through. It won't go through now. Let me see. All right, check your Facebook Messenger. I sent it. So yeah, it won't. It's not going through, but let me know if you do get it. So so I didn't expect a head sculpt. Did I expect the what do you call it? The figure? Absolutely. There was no doubt about that. They changed a few things, which is awesome. Let me see. Rick says nudes. Yeah, okay. I only ordered one of these. I like I said, I'm not ordering multiples of anything anymore, really. Obviously that Darth Vader was 2 different figures, so I had to do that. But with this, it's either you're gonna display it with the head sculpt or not, and so I didn't need multiples. Where's the top? Well, I don't know. That's everything. Got delayed for everything got delayed for a while, and then they threw everything at us all at once. So who knows? I never really stress out about what's coming next or what's what's not coming next. Like that doesn't. It is what it is. When they come, they come. I'm not always and I understand a lot of people do worry about that because they don't order everything and they don't order a lot. So when there's something that they did order and it gets delayed or it's when is it coming? Like I understand that. So, but for me, they come when they come. Because if we're expecting a certain date and they don't, and they get delayed, it's like, then what? Oh man, this delayed. So I don't really focus on that. And we're gonna talk about what figures, later on you guys think are gonna release soon as well. I need to stay away from the Spidey. No room. Well, that's the thing that that base, and I'm gonna go through some pictures. So. Guys, what do you think of this? I think that blue shine to the suit is beautiful. I love the new logo. Beautiful. I love the suit all around. Obviously, this is going to be the same material, I believe, of every other Spider-Man suit, it looks like. But the blue is it looks like it would be something different. It looks like it's the black, the upgraded suit, but in blue. We got to wait and see. Who knows? Here, I don't know if you see the web shooter here, right there. I don't know why it looks like that, but it's cool. It's different. This head sculpt, guys, is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is this is a great spot. Yep, it's beautiful. Rick says I need two. I would love to, but that base is like way too much. It's beautiful, but it's way too much. This head sculpt, guys, look at this. Again, remember, this is a prototype. Don't get all excited. This could go, get worse or get better. Don't get too, does it look amazing? Absolutely. Do we want this? Absolutely. But are we gonna get this? We don't know, So look at this. Again, we got the rolling eye system, the purrs, amazing. Look how his facial structure looks. He looks more mature. He looks older. He looks like from the last scene when he was in the in MJ's coffee shop, trying to give her that letter, and then he decided not to. This is what he's supposed to look like from that scene, because after that was when he appeared at the end of the movie with this suit on. So it looks awesome, 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 awesome. Again, I didn't expect the head sculpt, and if they were going to give us one, just out of habit, because they've been reusing everything and recycling all these head sculpts, I was like, oh, we're probably getting one of those. Thank God we didn't. Again, it's something new. But remember, they've been giving us, some stuff, some pictures, and then they end up, bait and switching us like they did for the Green Goblin. Remember, they blurred out a picture that looked absolutely nothing like the hobo suit that we got, and then they used that same head sculpt for that, which was messed up, super messed up. But so again, don't get too excited about this. They could easily just show us something else and give us something else. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not, it is what it is at this point. I can't expect, what we see anymore, because it's changing. So, Bobby, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. I'm working late tonight. I thought I was, thank you for being here, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Nancy M, what's going on? How are you? Thank you for being here. Cobra's Color says, Phuket, pre-order Vader. So that's another thing, and I forgot to say that. So if it's something that you really want and you're worried about points, guess what? Pay for it. Pay for the item before, it's sold out or waitlist or whatever. Those points are always going to be there. You know what I mean? They're always going to keep just adding up. And obviously, for some reason, I just found out also, which I didn't know that they started doing this. They're expiring now. So you get a year to use the points, which is messed up. Again, why are they giving you a time limit to use points? For what? Now they're, it looks like they're trying to steal the money that we've made with them. And I get, it's a push for you to spend more money with them. Obviously, that's their goal. And I get it, but it's like, don't punish us because you're not making money. You know what I mean? Like, why are my points that I earned by buying, from the most expensive company that there is when it comes to Hot Toys, now I'm getting punished for, not using my points that I want to, add up for whatever reason? Like, I'm going to give you an example. So the most I've accumulated on points was $900. I bought my second, which was my deluxe Hulkbuster, I believe, using I think it was $600, $700 of it on it. And then I pretty much just made the remaining payments or whatever. So why would I get punished for not using my points? That's not cool at all. I don't think it's fair. But again, I don't know if we complain to them, I don't know. I mean, I think they're a very reasonable company. I think if for whatever reason they expired and you let them know, listen, if they're giving you money back with this NRDs, without any questions, I don't think they'll give you a hard time if you lost your points. But the fact that they're adding that to put pressure on us to use the points, again, it shows that they want you spending money. Fabio Mayer, you getting two? No way. Just one of these. Are you getting two of them? Nope. Just one. Bad Boy for Life, my friend. What's going on? Thank you for being here. So again, this thing is beautiful, beautiful. You know, you got the regular cloth mask, beautiful. I think the body's going to be the exact same body we're getting. There's no reason for them to be changing them. They're amazing. Look at the purse system right here. The eyes look in separate ways. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing, amazing figure. Look at the pulsability. Again, there's no reason for them to be changing. You know, and it's funny that they bring this up because if you notice here, like the ribs is supposed to be the ribs of the body. This figure has the exact same right there. See all that? So it's got to be. There's no reason for them to be changing bodies at this point, whatsoever, because they're working. You know, and I'm not saying that they're not gonna, you know, keep improving. That's not what I'm saying. But so far, for Spider-Man, they're doing the best. They're using the best bodies. Where's our Wong's? Yeah, I'm telling you, he's got to come eventually. He's been in so many movies already that he deserves his figure by now. Some third-party company made it. He looks super crappy. I didn't get it. But is he coming? Absolutely. Is what's her name? Mantis coming? Absolutely. She has to come. Especially now with the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It's a no-brainer at this point. And look who's here.
Oi, oi, oi. What's up, everybody?
Thank you for making it. Better late than never.
Exactly. Better late than never.
Did you tell everybody why you're selling your collection and you couldn't be here on time?
Yeah, I heard that little comment. Thank you so much for sharing that. I said that to you in confidence. That was a you and me conversation, not 1,000 subscribers conversation. You know what I mean? But sorry, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it after the stream.
Hey, get it right.
I'll keep it professional.
Get it right. Not 1,000. 1,400 plus. Okay, not 1,000. We're almost.
My apologies. Clearly, I'm the one who's wrong right now. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
My apologies.
Wrong.
I set you up, baby. I set you up.
You walked in it already.
Wrong.
So what's going on? So what do you? So we were talking. I was telling the chat that we were talking about this before. So what do you think about? Because I know you feel very strongly about this stuff. So how do you feel about this whole game that Sideshow's playing with the FOMO? Playing off of people's FOMO and this is on waitlist and then Psych. Just kidding. What do you think of all that?
Well, I mean, number one, it's nothing we haven't seen before, right? But what's different now is how collectors are communicating. Right now, I've been preaching you guys, hey, be cautious. Watch out for these techniques, the marketing they do with this, et cetera, et cetera. Some people seem to be getting it. Some people, sounds like they're still falling for the same old trick, right? So, I mean, here's the thing, guys. So I've been keeping track of this stuff. I'm gonna use C-3PO. C-3PO is the most recent offender of this right here. So C-3PO went blue screen yesterday, according to reports, then officially became waitlisted early this morning, and then surprise, surprise, he's available for everybody. These are massive characters, okay? And these are characters they're banking on you to buy on, okay? So when something like this happens to a main character, I call BS every time. Now, in fairness, if this is a second, third, or maybe not even a background player, there's a good chance maybe it could sell it before it hits officially. But these figures, come on, guys. C-3POs, stop it. Ain't no way it's going to happen. So, listen, I understand everybody has a fear of missing out. But at the same time, I feel like the new trend is now we have a fear of missing out on $50, $60, maybe $75 off too. So which one are you going to be on? You're going to be on the sense of like, let me get my figure, which is totally cool. You can totally disregard. This is just my opinion on this here. Or are you the person like me who I'm looking for the best possible deal because that $50, $60, $100 can save me money and I can put it towards another figure. So guys, if you want it, all I can say is just get it. And just when this price goes down, and it will go down, someone will sell it for cheaper. Just eat it and just understand that, hey, you rather be safe than sorry. And that's cool. But for everybody else who's playing the waiting game, congratulations. You just proved yourself right to wait. So That's how I feel about this current one. But I think it's hilarious. People thought C-3PO, of all characters, the one that we've been dying for years, went waitlisted, 90 days after it was announced or something like that. Sheep.
Yeah.
Sheep, I say.
Yeah. Rick says, you think Sideshow's getting Wenwu? Absolutely. That was another thing I spoke on. It was on Thursday with the raffle day. At this point, in my opinion, there is no such thing as overseas exclusive. And the Shanghai store, the Mark 46, the Chrome Stormtrooper, and the Endgame Captain America proved that to us. Everybody was freaking out. Oh my god! Oh my god! And what happened? We literally got every single one. Yeah, the Captain America was limited to 300 on Sideshow, but did we get it? Absolutely, we got it. So even if, for example, that Wenwu, which people, as soon as it was announced, people started freaking out that it was going to be an exclusive just because it said limited amount on there. It doesn't mean that it was limited, to them only. It was limited, meaning that they were getting a limited amount of pieces to that specific place, but not that it was limited, worldwide. Like, absolutely not. So are they getting it? My opinion is absolutely. There's no reason to why we shouldn't get that figure again, because there's no reason not to get it. It's a nothing figure for them to make money. It's the exact, and I was going to bring that up later on. It's the exact same head sculpt, the original figure, with the battling outfit and all that stuff and all those accessories and all those features and all the ring effects and all the lighting effects and all that stuff. That figure is actually way better than this new one, this very basic suit version Wenwu. So I don't think that they're gonna use something like that, as a limited. Oh my god, nobody's gonna get this. Again, it's a nothing figure. The good one is the one we're getting, that was mass produced. Do I still want this one, the suit version? Absolutely, just because I just get everything. But it's not something I'm like, oh man, where am I gonna get this now? Where am I gonna no, I'm not worried about it at all. What do you think about that?
I like the suit. I like the suit look. That was one of my favorite looks. I was very much Yakuza gangster with superpowers vibe. I like that one there. The execution, I think it's okay. I don't think it's nothing crazy about it. I agree with you. I think the original one's a lot better from a figure standpoint. And it's just one of those things. Like, I mean, if you're a diehard fan of the movie and the actor is big time in Asia. He's like the Marlon Brando. He's the Al Pacino over there, from what I understand about this guy, the actor playing Wenwu. So I think it's a bigger hit for them than it is for anybody overseas over here. But yeah, I mean, Faz, like a guy like yourself who's got to have everything, get it. For everybody else, I think having one in your collection is fine.
I mean, for Rick's question, what do you think? Do you think Sideshow's getting it?
Oh, 100%, guys. I'm sorry. I must have went off there. My bad. Yeah, absolutely, Rick. I think it's definitely going to come to the States over here. I think it's going to be limited, and I think it's going to be a legitimate limited, just because it's more for the Asian market than it is for our market, in my opinion. I still have hopes that Sideshow is going to come through and convert a lot of wait lists for that Captain America. I still find it hard to believe Captain America in America is limited to only 300 units. I still don't buy that one there. I mean, it's a good tool right now, and if it means I got to pay full price, I pay full price. But it is what it is. I'll take that. It's not an L. But yeah, I wouldn't lose hope out on Cap as well too, Rick, since you brought him up.
Yeah, no, it's true. Puncture Boy says, "That's what's going on, my friend. Thank you for being here. Glad to see you today." Carlos, my friend, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Yes, Argentina tomorrow. Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be
that's big. That's right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. Good luck. Good luck, my friend. It's gonna be intense tomorrow. Conquer Knight, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Did you happen to buy? No, I did not. I don't buy, much of the Sideshow. The last figures, as you guys know, were the Clone Wars, Anakin, and Obi-Wan. I'm waiting for the Yoda from that line. I'm probably gonna get Cad Bane and Ahsoka as well, but they're not pre-ordered. Just because they're those bodies are depressing. But no, I didn't get that Clint Eastwood one. Did you, D'Lo?
Nah, I don't do sideshow figures, man. I stick to Hot Toys, and every now and then I'll dabble and admire So toys from a distance, man. But I don't veer very far from Hot Toys.
Rick says, I hope this. No, I don't think so. And again, if it is, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's either you go on Toys Wonderland or you go on one of these resellers on Facebook, or you go on eBay. If you really want it, you'll get it. It's just, one thing about that is, people already take it as a negative when it comes to, well, oh man, now I got to overpay. Well, that's what the game was, years ago. You know what I mean? You wanted something, right. You had to overpay. If you didn't get it for whatever it was, and once it sold out, that was the game. You really like that character, you really like that figure, then you're gonna overpay. That's what made you appreciate not only that figure that much more, but the hobby, the being a collector. It legitimized, what you were doing, because now you're coming out of pocket. It's like, man, like I really want this. This is meaningful to me. And I'm willing to pay $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 over retail to own this piece that means a lot to me. A lot of people, and we talked about this. Remember, we had this conversation. The hobby's getting watered down because of all these deals and all that stuff. So people aren't collecting out of passion anymore. They're collecting out of being able to afford figures that, maybe they think, oh, it looks great. This will look good with this display. Maybe, this one would look good here, look there, and I could get it for $50, $60, $70, $80, $100 cheaper. So, people aren't collecting about for the love of collecting anymore by any means. I think they're collecting because they're able to with discounts. And right. So, the fear of, man, I hope Sideshow gets this figure, or then what, I'm not going to get it. Then and again, I don't mean personally you, I mean people who think this way. Then maybe that character isn't really that meaningful to you that you need to have. You know what I mean? Maybe you just right. like the way it looks, but it's not something that, it's really that valuable to you personally that you're willing to put your money where your passion is. You know what I mean? And when we talked about this, how the hobby was, it wasn't about, what about the new collectors getting in? How come they don't get it? Nobody cared about that. That wasn't a topic of conversation. Yeah. Nobody.
Just for the record, when I was a new collector, no one cared I was a new collector. Just so no one's like, oh, good for you, new guy. No one said that to me. So I don't know where this whole narrative about that being a thing, like, oh, well, it's good for like, since when did anybody care about anybody else? Before, it was about what you had and what the other guy didn't have. As right. brutal as that may sound to hear, folks, like that's the truth for collecting. It's a matter of who's got what and who doesn't. So, I mean, that's all agenda. Right. And that's all agenda. That's, influencers in the last couple of years, just, acting like idiots trying to stay positive, but really they're trying to kind of hide their negativity, how they really feel about whatever they're doing. So, but they know they don't want to come off that way. So that was a totally different reason why, people started that narrative. Oh, it's good for other collectors. No, you don't care about the other guy. Be honest. Right. Be honest. Back then, if you had something that someone else didn't have, you felt pretty special. You felt pretty good about yourself. You're not going to sit here and say, oof, feel bad for the other guy. You're like, thank God I have it. You know what I mean? So I feel you, Fabs. I mean, the discounting part, I mean, it's just the nature of what the market is right now. And there's going to be people like myself who, hey, longevity in the game means you have to adapt sometimes. And that means with everything that's going on in the market, with everything that's going on with the economy, if I can find a deal and that can help me afford another figure like I made an example of a few minutes ago, I'm going to do it until Sideshow and Hot Toys proves to me that, no, I need to put my NRD down now because it is really limited. C-3PO is really gone. And if I do it again, I'm going to be sorry the next figure I lose out on.
And you know what's funny? It's even crazier than you guys, may know if you weren't around. The best part of the hobby, because again, everything was so limited, and once everything sold out, it would shoot up, double, sometimes triple, depending on what it was. And the bragging part of it was the funniest part and the best part of it, because then you would have, people in the BST groups all looking for this figure. Is anybody selling this figure?
Bingo.
You know what people would do? Instead of saying, oh, let's, because like D'Lo said, now everybody, oh yeah, why, I'm happy for this guy. No, people would put their figures that they own that the guy was looking for, and they would post on the comments, oh yeah, you should get a great figure. Here's mine. And you're pretty much rubbing it in the guy's face for not having the figure. So it got to the point where, well, you're not going to get it for cheaper. So that was out of the question. That was never, they would try to, let's say, it was a figure that came out for retail for, $180, $160, and it's going for, $450. Your goal was to get it for what you thought was fair to you, right? So if it was going for $450, you were willing to pay $375. That was your max. Well, it was up to somebody else to want to lose the difference on that figure. So it was that much harder for you to get pieces because of the amount that people had, the amounts in circulation, and what they were going for. Now, what is there to brag about besides, oh, I finally got this for $100 cheaper? That's what you're bragging about. You're not bragging about you got this piece that was sold out, that, it's impossible to find. No, you're bragging about that you got a piece that you probably don't even care for, but you got it for cheaper, and that's how you're able to grow your collection, just by buying cheaper. Not that it's meaningful, not that it's special to you. It has nothing to do with that. I have 100 figures because I was able to save $40, $50, $60, $70, $80 per figure. So I'm growing my collection because I'm saving money, not because the pieces are limited, not because I have to overpay to get meaningful pieces, not because, they're rare, not because only 1,000 people. It has nothing to do with that anymore. And that's why when I mentioned the whole being watered down, that's what it was about. Carlos says, if I'm going to D'Lo, yes, agree to be in test. I plan to drink beer. Oh, you're gonna be gone by the time it's over.
Yeah, you're gonna be done, bro. Was it 9 a.m? Good gosh.
You're gonna be like, oh man, what happened?
If Argentina wins too, can you imagine how Carlos is gonna be? Oh my gosh. Someone hide his keys. Jeez.
All the Hispanic countries are obviously going for Argentina, so it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. So at least South Americans are going for Argentina. So Rick says, screw towards this guy. Jeff, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. So back to Spider-Man. So guys, anybody pre-order this already? Anybody not pre-order this already? Anybody dislike anything about the figure already? I personally haven't heard anything negative about it, which is shocking because somebody always says something, even if it's, oh, I don't like, the hair, you know what I mean? Some random thing like that. So this thing, again, beautiful. What do you think of this figure when you saw it? Because I think you were the first one to send that image.
Oh, I was so happy when this one was announced, man. I mean, that's the thing about these Spider-Man, the line, man. It's believe it or not, can you believe it's been a year since the movie came out this past weekend? I just saw somebody post that. It's been a year since the movie came out. So
it doesn't feel like it at all.
I know, right? But I mean, this figure right here, I mean, this was, an iconic, quick 10-second scene, but it was so good because it just gave you so much excitement for what the future holds for Spider-Man. The fact that we got it and it looks so good. I mean, it's great. Here's the notes that I took off of this. Right, number one, the head sculpt. Obviously, I think everybody can say without 100% doubt that's the best Tom Holland head sculpt we got in so far. I mean, they've always been really good to Spider-Man figures, but they just keep getting better and better as far as the head sculpt is concerned. I do like the detachable head sculpt with the collar now. That is a nice little touch there. That reminds me of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the way they did his. You remember that one, Fabs?
Yeah, exactly. And that one and the Tobey Maguire too.
That's right. So I mean, I like that they're kind of giving a little bit of both there, a little mix and match of having either the head sculpt on or having the mask on, but still having like a good look to it there. So I guess with the head sculpt part of it there, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna look with the mask on only because the pictures I can't really find the lining around the throat where it comes off. But I mean, if they make it as seamless as possible, it's going to be a really, really wonderful figure there. But I just hope it's not a very noticeable seam to where it's just like it feels like, I don't know, toyish, But right now, first impression, love it.
I was talking to, I want to say it was Rick. Rick here in the chat right now. He says I ordered it. I think he was the one who brought up to me the whole neck issue. Rick, if it was you, let me know. Because I talk to a lot of people about, these figures all the time. So I always confuse who I talk to. So let me know if it was you who was talking about specifically that collar situation. Because what he had said, if it was him, remember that for the Iron Spider suit, there was none of this. The integrative suit. The integrative suit, there was none of this either. Let me see. Let me show you. No, integrated suit. So here, right here. See, so his head sculpt here. See.
Yep.
Right. There was no
I'm
collar
glad you brought
to it.
Up.
So that's why. So he was bringing up, that every suit. So you got Tobey Maguire has the collar, you got Andrew Garfield has the collar, and he's the only one who didn't have the collar until this last Spider-Man that we just saw. So right. Do you guys do you personally like the collar look? And do you guys in the chat like it too? Let me know. What do you think of the change? Go from this to the collar.
I like it for the Peter Parker look, but I'm not sure yet. The jury's still undecided about how I feel about it for Spider-Man because, right now the way Spider-Man looks right here, in my opinion, perfect, right? It suits Spider-Man more. But then you have this awkward, long giraffe neck look for Spider-Man as Peter Parker because, in the movies, his neck is more exposed than what it shows here in the figure. So I don't know how I feel about it 100%. Like I said a few minutes ago when we were looking at the other suit. However, there was a solution that I was prepared to use. Max Nutt, the head sculpt creating company that a lot of people use, like the Black Panther and the Tony Stark head sculpts, they created a simple solution where it's a skin tone, like almost Band-Aid looking thing that you put around the collar. Yeah, and then you put the head sculpt over it there. Yeah, it was practically a Band-Aid. Exactly. It looked like one. I bought that. And honestly, I like that method. It may seem kind of crude to use something like that, but it gets the job done. And when I want to take that off and put Spider-Man back together, Spider-Man looks perfect. And so, I mean, I like what Hot Toys did and making it like really unique to the figure. But like I said, as long as that seam line around Spider-Man's neck when he is dressed up as Spider-Man completely isn't too noticeable, I think it's a fine compromise.
Yeah, because look, you could see right from the pictures, this is where the gap is right here.
Yeah.
So the gap is right there. You could see it right here even more. So when his whole mask is on, yeah, you can't really notice it at all, man. See?
Like I said, if it stays that way, I'm good with this. Like, I'm good with this. This would look fine. As long as it looks like this photo here and it's not a gap, then I think it's okay.
And look how the neck turns. Look how it's turned, and it doesn't look bad either. It doesn't. It's not wrinkling the material. See that? Look at that. That's oh, where'd you go? Look at that. See, and there's no wrinkling here. Look, it's right here. No, it looks good. Again, we gotta wait and see because remember, Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man 1 figure had this collar look to it. And it didn't work back then. You could see that you could see a pretty decent amount of gap on the collar, because again, it didn't. I guess back then they couldn't perfect it, but right now this looks immaculate. You know what I mean? It looks flawless right now. So again, we'll see.
Real quick, does that look seamless to you, bro? The Spider-Man. Look at the Spider-Man head sculpt, right? Does it look like the head to the neck is like all one piece, and then it connects to the bottom?
It is.
It is? Okay.
It attaches right here. Look. You can see the gap right here.
Gotcha. No, I was
See,
wondering if they're
so
gonna do like the neck connector, then a head sculpt, rather than doing like one piece. I think this
no,
is
no,
one piece, is what I'm saying.
this is all one piece. But what I think is happening is you got obviously you got the attachment here that goes into the body from here, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got obviously the
Yeah.
swivel that's on the neck, you know, on the actual neck to turn the head. So you're
Gotcha.
going to have two
Gotcha.
attachment pieces, one here and one here, which is why you're allowed to do this without ruining the neck. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah. When you said that,
So
that caught my attention. Okay.
yeah, so I mean, it looks again right now it looks awesome. What I was saying about the Amazing Spider-Man is, again, they didn't perfect it, so it's kind of loose. So you see a bigger disconnect right here because it's actually lifted off. It's not, you know, flat where you can't really tell. So it looks kind of crappy that way. But again, it's when this comes out, it'll be 2023. Hopefully by then this will be a lot better. Obviously, constantly removing it and putting it back on and removing it is going to affect the way it attaches. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Carlos says, "Yeah, no, it does. It looks amazing. I have all the times to accept gold and stuff. Oh, you need that gold, the black and gold. I'm disappointed how they tricked us with that black and gold. They showed that they were gonna give us like, you know, the red, the reddish black hands, and they gave us just everything black. I was like, what a ripoff. Next, guys, we have the Wenwu suit version. Again, and this is what I wanted to bring up. Look at this head sculpt. Exact same thing as you see here. Literally exact same thing. Look at the hair. Look at the part here. The part here. You know, there's no reason for us to get a brand new head sculpt for this guy. Obviously, they want to reuse the head sculpt because of the fact that, you know, like Dilo was saying, I don't know, you know, anything about the actor in Asia or in China, if it's from China. But if it's a big deal, you know, actor for them, of course they're going to want to reuse the head sculpt to, you know, not only make more money, but, you know, to show pride in the actor. And this is why I say that this is the better figure. Look at the outfit alone. This outfit is beautiful. Look at the effects of the rings. Look at the he's got the gloves on, the boots. Everything about this figure is beautiful. Now look at this. What is so great about this? I love this thing, believe it or not. I love this base here. I love this little box where he keeps the rings. I love this more than I do the, you know, this is very basic. You can put this together. You know what I mean? You could buy a suit and actually make it look, you know, better than a better tailored suit than this, and it'll look better. But, you know, obviously this is a scene from the movie. But again, look, this is the only effect you get, which is not bad. I'm not complaining about, you know, it at all. But this is just very basic. You know what I mean? There's nothing to this that it's like, oh man, if I miss out on this, I'm really gonna be upset. At least for me, absolutely not. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'll be more upset about not getting this box because we're not getting it with this figure at all. You know what I mean? So that's why I want, you know, I want that accessory. The effect as well. Look at the effect. This is like a lightning, you know, effect. We don't get that here. This is the closest thing we get, and it's not the same. Unless it is, I don't know. I can't really tell. What do you think of? Well, first of all, two questions. What do you think about the exclusivity of the item? Because people think that it's going to be, you know, an overseas release only, Rebel base only, or, I mean, not or, and what do you think of the figure specifically?
Well, I mean, you kind of hit on a lot of the good points there, Fabs, already. I mean, number one, this is very basic. I could make this myself. Anybody can make this, quite frankly. It just, honestly, it seems like a cheapy kind of like exclusive release, if it is a true release. If I'm being honest, guys, I mean, the rings thing, okay, that is the only focal point that's cool. I mean, I like the idea of it because in the movie, I think it played off better. It was, you know, he's the leader of a gang, and, you know, he goes to the place to beat up the guy who killed his wife, spoiler alert, and, you know, he does some damage there. But two things that are off about this here for me. One, he was younger in that specific scene, and his face didn't look like this. It was kind of de-aged a little bit. So it's kind of half-assed, if I'm being honest. You know, it's the same head sculpt like you pointed out, Fabs, and it has that. And then the big thing here is it just doesn't, for me, it doesn't translate as well as it does for how it looked in the movie. In the movie, I thought it looked awesome. I'm looking at figure format. It's like it's nothing I can't do myself. If I decide to buy an extra head sculpt, I miss on a couple accessories, no big deal. But do I really need to go out on me and hunt this down? I think not. I think this is more for the super fans, the people who are fans of the actor. Because, like I said, when I found out he was in the movie, apparently I didn't know this about him, but he's a big deal over there, and people were excited about him being casted in a Marvel movie. So I think that's for those fans. But for us over here, if you like Wenwu, great. If you're a completionist, great. But we've already said the other battle version is so much better because keep in mind that one is supposed to go with Shang-Chi. Those battle effects when he's holding both in his hands in the middle picture there, that's so you can pose Shang-Chi right next to him on the opposite side doing the same exact thing with his effects. So
Right. Exactly.
He's a one-off, but Sideshow might get it. If they don't, I don't think many people are going to be sad about it if they don't get it there. But I mean, yeah, for me, a casual collector, I'm not crazy about it. If I get it, maybe I get it. If I don't, I'm not losing sleep.
Yeah, that's the thing. I want it. Obviously, I'm a completionist, so if I get it, it's to be able to have them all. Again, if I have to wait, a year or 2 or 3 to get it, it is what it is. Am I going to get it? Absolutely. Am I going to overpay for it? Probably not. If my only option to get it is to go through Toys Wonderland or overpay, believe me, it's not that serious. Am I going to stop searching for it? Absolutely not. Because I'm still going to want it. But one thing I wanted to point out is, do you guys know if we're getting a spare set of arms here? Is that what this means? Or is it just showing us what the arms are going to look like? Because it looks like this is just, I don't think we're getting a spare set. I think this is just showing us, what they're doing to the arms because of, obviously the fact that they got to be exposed and have the rings on them. They're showing us what types of arms they're using.
I don't know. It depends because, I mean, those could be very fickle. They can, get loose or something like that when you're trying to pose it. Maybe they have them like a separate pair of forearms where just the rings are built on them just to make it a little bit easier.
Oh, true.
Possible.
That'd be cool. Yeah, because look at this. Look, this has the rings on him already. And then this side doesn't. And then here he's got them on this side and this side doesn't. So you might be right.
Yeah.
You might actually, that's a great point. I didn't even think of that. So we might get 2 sets of arms, one without the rings and one with the rings, because it's true. They may constantly slide off and not stay properly. Or even, if you try to force them to stay, you may ruin the actual, arm of the figure and maybe scrape some of the paint. Maybe also that's a great idea. But again, you get these rings separately, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. We got to wait and see, but that's a good point. That's a really good point. I didn't even think of that.
I mean, why take a picture of forearms? That's such a weird photo to showcase.
Exactly. That's why I was like, wait a minute, like what were they trying to tell us? But yeah, no, that's a great point. Look at that. No, they look awesome. They look really, really cool. These effects are awesome. How they look perfectly with those rings.
Yeah, they look really good.
The only thing that I don't like is how high, how tall it is. You know what I mean? You know how much room that's going to take up?
Yeah, definitely not for the detail collector.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, oh, because even these effects are look how long they are. You know what I mean? Like the coolest one, in my opinion, is this one. I love this look here.
Those are great. Yeah, those are really nice.
And look how long they are too. It's annoying that they're so long, but this is my favorite. Look at that. This is cool too. This is like the exclusive accessories for what's her name? Captain Marvel. Yeah. Look at that. No, but this I again, out of the 2, I would obviously like this one better. He looks so much better. The outfit, everything, the effects. Obviously, same type of base. I think it's the exact same, but yeah, the exact same base.
Probably.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It literally is. Look, that one and that one, same exact thing. You get 4 pairs of hands. Here you get 2, 4, 6, 8. So you get 9 hands. So 4.5 pairs. Man, that's insane. Again, the same look with the rings, but here they don't show us forearms. So I don't know. So they might just be showing us the forums, or we might get two sets of forums. I don't know, because here, look, it's the same exact forum look with the rings on it. You know, you got the veins. See, you got the veins here. So I don't know what that means, but I think they're just they probably just added that picture just to make it, to give you something else to look at. You know what I mean? As an appealing piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we're missing one box in our promo photo.
Yeah,
what can
exactly.
we advertise?
Exactly.
Take a picture of his forearms.
Yeah, exactly. They're showing you a new look for the arm. So, Rick says, "How did you get Batman?" No, it should be. It definitely shipped like a week ago, but I'm in New York, they're in California, so it takes at least 5 days to get to me. And if they ship on like a Wednesday, it'll be here like on Friday the following week. So it's annoying, but yeah, it's coming. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Funny you bring that up, Rick. So thank you for bringing that up. Did you guys see somebody took an alcohol swab and cleaned off the shine off of the Batman Begins figure, the body, the suit, to give it that old school look? D'Lo, did you send me that picture? You sent me that picture.
I did. Yeah, I sent you that picture.
What was your comment about that? You said collectors are.
They're resourceful. There we go.
Which is very true. Collectors are, some collectors, they come up with great ideas. They come up with little tricks that I've used over the years. For example, to raise a head sculpt, by using a cotton ball, you get an amazing look to a head sculpt that looks like crap. A head sculpt that may look like the figure has no neck. So by you putting the cotton ball under it, it raises it up. So what he said is 100% true. Very resourceful. They come up with little tricks here. Very smart. There are a lot of very smart collectors in the community. One thing I am going to say though, that what they did to that figure is the dumbest thing anybody could have ever done to a figure. And I'm going to tell you why. Yes, does it look closer to the original figure? Absolutely. Why? Because it's supposed to be a matte look, not a shiny look to it. The problem is, and what did I tell you right away? I was like, that is the dumbest thing anybody could have done, because what you did now is remove the seal, because at the end of the day, that spray is like a seal, right? So it not only does it give it the shine, but it protects the material that they used. Same thing with the Val Kilmer Batman Forever figure. That shine is a seal of the figure to prevent, whether it's cracks, whether it's, chipping, peeling, whatever it is, that's to protect it. For the original Batman Begins figure, that figure didn't have that because it was supposed to be a more matte, more dull look to it, a more rubbery feel to it, which is exactly what it was. The problem with that, not having that shiny seal, like I showed you guys on Thursday, I think it was Thursday, was that all the dust sticks to it. So it's, you can wipe it off, absolutely, but it's a pain to keep that clean because of the material. What did that person do to that coating now, to that shiny coating that was supposed to be there to protect the figure? Now that figure is going to get dusty. That figure is more prone for cracking, peeling, drying. Does it look cool? Yes. Does it look better than the original look it's supposed to be? I guess, if that's what you were looking for. But by you removing that film, that spray coating, you just exposed. It's like you literally peeling off a layer of your skin and then putting it in dirt and then hoping that nothing happens to you. You just remove your protective layer of skin, and now you're going to get an infection. You know what I mean? So that is what they did to the figure. Again, not saying that collectors are stupid or they don't know. That's not what I'm saying at all, because over the years, I've seen some really, really smart people do really, really cool stuff. A lot of modifications, a lot of things that I would never do, that I would never think of doing, just because I don't like ruining my stuff. Do they look cool at the end? Absolutely. Do they look better than the Hot Toys product? Absolutely. But not everything is meant to be done, because you could, in the long run, ruin your figure. What did you when you saw that? How did you feel about that? Personally.
Yeah, well, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh wow, that's great. I might do that." But then you chime in and you make me second guess it there. But with good reason though, because you know what? I completely forgot. And hearing you talk about this again about the seal, how important it is. I remember when I had the 2012 Toy Fair exclusive Batman. Now let me tell you guys, that thing is a dust magnet on itself.
Yep.
Like that original figure, that's a dust magnet. And I forgot. And part of it, I was like, you know what? It is not accurate, and that frustrates me. But reminding myself now after hearing Fab talk about how dusty the other one was, I was like, now I remember why they did this now. Because so everything he did, it looks good. I think it looks way more accurate. But that person is gonna have a lot of work to keep that thing looking exactly in the photos he took there. I hope he does. And I hope he figures out a way how to seal it so that way it stays that way. But, I guess we got to follow up and see if this guy does anything else afterwards. But, it was a good try. But, I wouldn't have done that.
You'll never hear from that guy ever again. You'll see. He'll sell that figure so fast. Oh,
I know, right?
Yeah, no, it's again, really cool idea. Does it work? It worked. He put a comparison of, he did it before and then after he did it. Really, really cool. But again, is it worth it? It's not worth it to me. I'd rather have a not movie accurate figure that lasts 20 years over a movie accurate figure that I, messed up myself that lasted me 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about also was this announcement release for pre-order now. For those, how many people in here collect Lord of the Rings? Let me know. I don't. Do you, D'Lo? I don't think you do either.
I don't like the Asmus Toys line there. I think we covered like the White Gandalf a couple of weeks ago, and I was definitely I was not for it. And obviously, there was a lot of big fans who were upset that I didn't like their very tanned Gandalf there. But it is what it is. The pictures look good afterwards, and people got their hand happy. That's all that matters. But yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. I don't like it to collect the entire line, if I'm being honest. And this would be one of those things where I would look to see what another company would do with this line, because I'm not crazy about Azimuth and their quality of their figures. At least the head sculpts. I'm just not particularly a fan. Like this one here, this Boromir. He looks okay. He sort of looks like him, but I don't know. All these years of collecting, I'm just so spoiled by quality head sculpts. Like I can't let that one pass and be like, yeah, I'm gonna spend $300 on that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you guys think? Because I don't know. I don't know the character. I don't know. I know I've seen obviously commercials for the movies over the years and stuff, but like, I don't even know if this is movie accurate. I don't know. I tell you this right now, though. I don't like the hair. I don't like this hair whatsoever. It looks very, very cheap. Look at that. You got a huge gap right there. I guess where they attach the top piece. I don't like it
Doesn't even flow.
Yeah, exactly. The beard, it looks unnatural. The beard looks very blah. It doesn't even look realistic. Anybody order this piece? Anybody collect this line from Asmus Toys? Let me know in the chat. The outfit looks cool. I like the outfit a lot.
Yeah, I think they do a really good job in their outfits. I'm never satisfied with the head sculpts that they put on these figures.
Yeah, these outfits. I love the.
Always scares me away.
Look at the sword. The sword is nice and I think looks like it's chromed out.
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, that sort of stuff looks good, man.
Yeah, no, it looks cool. I like I said, I like the outfit. I don't know about, like I said, the head sculpt, even the hair, just the hair alone. I'm like, I'm good. I'm actually waiting for these guys. I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm waiting for. Let me see. I'm waiting for these guys to freaking ship already. I don't know what's taking so long. So this is one of them. The bird from the video game. I don't know. This is one of them. Remember that? Did you play a video game or no?
You know, it's so funny. I got a deal on it on Black Friday. I got it for like $10. So I actually started playing like the first chapter.
Oh, the game is so much fun. I mean, all these Devil May Cry games are always the same. They're all really fun.
Did you play or did you watch the video?
No, I have the game. I beat the game like 3 times.
You have
already.
that game?
You got it. Yeah, you got to beat it 3 times. You got to beat it with V. You got to beat it with Dante. You got to beat it with what's the other
Nero?
guy's name? Not Nero. This guy, Virgil. Because remember that Virgil. I don't know if you know this, but V is actually Virgil. He becomes V as a different character, but it's the same guy. And
I told you I'm on chapter 1, man. What the
it's not like a spoiler or anything. You'll see what happens. But so I'm waiting for the bird, and I'm waiting for the Black Panther. And actually, I ordered I think it was either 2 or 3 shadows because I want to use a couple for the Black Panther, my Black Panther shelf.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it looks awesome. So to have 2 of these next to T'Challa on the throne, I'm so excited for these. So yeah, so I'm waiting for these 2 from them. I have everything else, but yeah, these are really nice. Griffin and
That's
Shadow.
an awesome idea, Fabs.
Yeah, no, I bought, like I said, I think 2 or 3, because I was like, there's no way, because there are. I want to show you real quick. There are these Black Panthers on eBay, and the things are so expensive. They're like over $100 for a Black Panther like animal. And I'm like, what? And I wanted them because they look great and they look big, but I'm like, there's no way I'm spending, $100 something for them. Where, of course, I'm not going to find them now. Let me show you real quick, just because for people who may want that look as well. Let me see. Come on. Of course, I'm not going to find them now. I was like following them and everything. I'm like add to my wish list, and now I can't find them. But yeah, they were like over $100. I was like, absolutely not.
That's crazy.
Yeah, come on, show me Black Panther. Let me see.
So who's the maker of the Devil May Cry line again?
Asmus.
Is Asmus as well too? Okay.
Yep. Animal. See, like this is not them. No, that's not them. That's not them. But look at that. The other ones look better than that. Here it is. Bam! Look at that. $158. I think it's this one. Let me see. See, 1.6. Look at that. How sick is that?
That looks good. Not $150 good.
Yeah, exactly. And look, they have all different ones. But I was like, absolutely not. $150 for a black cat. I was like, no way. Look, they got the leopard. Let me see if they got another one. Here's yeah, no, these things, like I said, I saw them and I was like, oh, they look beautiful. And then I was like, I am not spending $150 for no cat. I was like, you're out of your mind. Yeah, no, I think that's it.
No, the one you got from Asmus looks like it was going to do the job.
Yeah, no, those look, yeah, I think this was them. Yeah, this is them. Look at that, $139, $140 plus 20 shipping. You're out of your mind. But yeah, no, those are cool. And then, what was my last topic? There was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. I think it was the hold on, let me take this off real quick, guys. It was from the here it is. From the Secret Base website. So here we go. It's Rebel Base, not Secret Base. So this picture here, let's see. So this picture here, guys, here we go. Okay. So here they show you, these exclusive pieces that are going to be available at Rebel Base in Hong Kong. Right? So what do you have here? everything that was told to us was not going to be on Sideshow because it was Shanghai exclusives, right? So these three right here, and then you got these two. This is why, again, what D'Lo said makes a lot of sense. I have a feeling, just like he said, we're gonna get more of these. And I think some of those waitlist application are gonna get filled. Again, why are they showing you this here as if it's an exclusive thing when we know it's not? Again, it's just a FOMO thing, I guess. Why do you think that they're putting this here as if it was such a big deal?
Well, I mean, because technically right now it's still exclusive as far as Hot Toys is concerned, right? So, and they're trying to market the next store that they have over there. So naturally, they want to show people they want people to come in and visit. So they advertise the figures that they know that Sideshow and anybody who follows the hobby, Captain America's not there. Iron Man, always a big deal over there. The Chrome Trooper, not too quite sure about, but look what they pulled out. They pulled out a special version of Wenwu. Just like I've been saying earlier in the stream, like he's very big out there. As an actor, he's very big. Think of how we are when we think of like Jet Li and Jackie Chan. Well, not in the martial arts sense, but well-known actors. That's that guy for them. So I just think that honestly, it's just to market themselves and get people into the store. And I think with photos like this coming out, it just, like I said before, and like you kind of agreed with me, I think these figures are going to be available on Sideshow eventually. There will be more Captain Americas. There's plenty of Iron Mans to go around. The Chrome version of the Stormtrooper is still sitting there to this day. Yep. Wenwu, if it becomes available over here, I'm not sure if it's going to be completely sold out. But look at the interesting thing is the numbers. You see the numbers right next to the figures? Wenwu says 350 right there, right? Captain America has 500 next to his. And the same thing for 700 for Iron Man, 500 for the Stormtrooper, and then 200 for whatever the hell that thing is over there.
So it says how many pieces that they're getting here. That's the thing.
Right.
So remember, did you see the Toys Wonderland post that they posted that they only had 350 pieces available over there on their website? So
for what figure?
For this one. They posted that Toys Wonderland that they only had three, you better buy because we only have 350. Again, you guys, whoever orders from them every time falls for it every time. Their job is to oversell you, overprice stuff to sell you. Okay? So, of course, they got to market it as if it's very limited. And even so, it is limited. That's why that post that they made, very limited amounts. And I was the first one to say it. I said, just because it says limited, it doesn't mean that they're making limited amounts worldwide. It's limited in that store. This is what they're carrying. They're only having 350 at Rebel Base. They're only having 500 at Rebel Base. They're only having 700 at Rebel Base. So this is how they play with people, and people automatically, and I don't mean necessarily play because, just because I read 350 I don't automatically assume that it's 350 worldwide. A lot of people do though. Why? I have no idea why they are automatically freak out. Oh, they're only making 350. Why do you assume that? When has Hot Toys ever made 350 of anything? You know what I mean? It's not even worth it for them to make 350 of anything. It doesn't. Nope. It would never be worth it for them. What are they going to do with 350 pieces? That's like absolutely no money to be made with 350 pieces. So it's not even realistic to think that way. So anybody says, "Oh, it's only 350," impossible. Even when Captain America was on Sideshow, only 300 available. Okay, only 300 available on Sideshow, but not worldwide. You know what I mean? So they never make amounts that are so limited to where it's like, oh man, that's it. It's 350 and it's done. Like, no, it's never that. It's never that. And again, going back to what D'Lo said, it's very, very likely that you're gonna have more Captain Americas fulfill on waitlisted people, because again, and this is where I'm gonna make an assumption, and it's and I think this is why they do this. Instead of giving you, just a full wide open pre-order of an item that it's meant to be an exclusive to certain places. For example, let's go with Captain America specifically, coming from Shanghai. If they automatically said to you, like they did the other two, oh, well, here it is, wide open pre-order. Look what happened to them now. They're still sitting there. They're just sitting there because they gave you a wide open, order now, pre-order, whatever it was. When you take that away and you give them to us in batches of, example, 300, what happens? The website crashed. The website was down. Not everybody got one. And the ones who missed out were really sad about it. Like, really sad. Because now they're gone. And, oh, man, I couldn't get one during the time that I was, supposed to get one. So it created a demand for a figure that they set up as a demand. Is there really only 300 left in the world? Absolutely not. That's why when D'Lo mentioned that, it makes 100% sense, because now that the hype is, for that figure is gone to a certain extent, because people are still looking for it, what's going to happen is you're going to start sending, your orders fulfilled. So you're going to start seeing a new, everybody's going to post that. Nobody's going to say, oh, it's not a big deal. I got my, absolutely not. They're going to post, oh, man, I got my figure. I'm getting my Captain America. But that was part of the plan all along. You know what I mean? It was just to create a demand for something. Look, they didn't create the demand for 46. And there it is. They didn't create a demand for the Chrome. There it is. You could get it all day, every day. You could get as many copies as you want, or I don't even know if they put, limit one per person like they used to do. That was one thing that, they used to do. Limit one per person, and that was it. They did it for Captain America. But again, they created this demand. It wasn't like, that over, worldwide there's only 1,000 and so Rebel Base got however many, or not Rebel Base, Shanghai, the new store in Shanghai got however many, just for them, and then only 300. So it's what? Max 1,000 worldwide? Absolutely not happening. So that's why, that's why. Go ahead.
I appreciate you giving me props on that there, Faz. I mean, because here's the thing about this here, guys. Let's really dig into this real quick here. Let's just use the 3 figures that we already have, right? That have already gone through Sideshow and where they are today. Captain America. Okay, we know the story about that one. 300, so sad. Goodbye. Right? We got Mark 46. Mark 46. There was a guy who was posting every single damn freaking new announcement. Re-release that. They re-release it. No one's buying it. Okay, fine, whatever. And you got the Chrome Trooper over here. Now, 2 of these figures have something in common that one does not. Okay? 2 figures on the right of me there in the middle, Mark 46, and the Chrome Trooper over here, that prints money for Hot Toys. Like, when I say, like, the R&D cost of an Iron Man, they've made that money up so many times, it's not even funny. So if they want to put out 700, they're not losing any money, folks, because they've already made their money back from what the money they spent on it there. Right? Same thing goes with a Trooper. Guys, can you think on the top of your head how many different versions we've had of a Trooper, except this one is painted chrome? Let's be honest, okay? Then you got Captain America. Captain America, unfortunately, as great of a character he is, he doesn't sell very well. Not like the other 2 on the right over here. He doesn't sell as fast as them there. Right now, you got your choice of 2 Captain Americas right now. And you had 3 for a while, because Infinity War took damn near 3-4 years to finally, but they had to discount it heavily. That's just the facts of it there. So Sideshow's not dumb. They know what sells on their website and what doesn't. They know they'll get rid of these Iron Mans. They know they'll get rid of these Troopers eventually. Hot Toys doesn't care. They've already made their money because they've already been fulfilled from Sideshow. But Sideshow knows what they're doing here. They know that you will eventually buy these other 2 figures. Captain America, we don't want to sit on a 3rd Captain America here. So what are we going to do? We're going to say it's exclusive. And maybe it is limited. We don't know. But let's assume it is. It's for now. They're just trying to market it as being limited, like Fab says. That being 300 for all of the United States of America and our friends up north in Canada, and maybe our buddies down in Mexico. Only 300 for us to share. Meanwhile, a new brand pop-up shop has 500 sitting at their store right now. Do you guys really believe wholeheartedly when they know they have buyers now that they've created because they missed out? They thought, oh, we thought we were smarter than the sideshow. We're going to wait and see what happens. And then they hit you with the, oh, it's waitlisted. So when they come back looking like saviors because they hooked you up,
right?
When just you thought it was exclusive and you got a second chance, none of you guys are going to ask for a goddamn coupon code. None of you is going to care if you got reward points yet or not. You're going to hit that button. You're going to pay full price for it. And guess what? You're going to be grateful that you did. But at the end, there might be a third batch or a fourth batch, So listen, it's all a question of, listen, you got burnt once. Right? You willing to get burned twice. Me, personally, I'll get burned twice. I don't care. Because there'll be some guy who's just like, oh, man, got to fix the plumbing. Got to sell some stuff got to sell this real fast. And I'm like, PM cents, my man. So, I mean, it's whatever. But at the end of the day, this is a game of chicken, guys, that we're playing now. It's collectors versus the retailers, okay? The retailers are saying, if you don't get out of my way, I'm going to hit you. And us collectors, we got to be right back and say, no, you get out of our way with this bullshit marketing game that you're playing and trying to tell us that stuff is not available when it is, or we're going to hit you. And we're going to say who blinks first. Because, ladies and gentlemen, R2-D2 went waitlisted yesterday. It is back. C-3PO went waitlisted this morning, and it is back the same goddamn day. You really think that they're going to limit you and buying all your R2-D2s? No, they did exactly what they did with Captain America. They, instead of them telling you there was a limited number, they just put it on blue screen, put it on waitlist. Psych, just kidding, right back up. So, guys, it's up to you to decide for yourselves if you want these figures, how bad you want them. But the name of the game is not getting the figure anymore. Remember, like Fabs always says now, it's about what price you get it for. So it's your call. Me, I'm gonna risk the biscuit. I'm gonna risk the biscuit on this one, Fabs. I ain't falling for this. I'll wait for batch 3. Show me batch 3, then I might buy.
But even on top of that, though, how much is this Captain America? $350, isn't it? Is this?
I didn't even bother looking because I knew I wasn't gonna pay whatever they was gonna put it for.
No, but it was something like $350. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know in the chat how much it is exactly. But apparently, it was like $350. When the hell is this Captain America worth $350? Never. It's not a cool suit in the sense of it's not colorful. It's not new material. It's not, oh my God, this thing pops. It comes with the craziest accessories. We got a whole brand new, set of this. There is nothing to it. So by limiting the amounts as well, it creates a demand where they can make that much more money on a figure that it should be, to us, $200. So now this was more expensive than the Endgame Captain America. And the Endgame Captain America had a lot more stuff than this guy had. This thing comes with the burnt, destroyed, beat up, mangled Infinity Gauntlet from Infinity War, the first one. And, he's got the shield. He's got the helmeted head. He's got this head. He's got I think it's Peggy Carter's little foldable picture thing. And
which
that's
came with
it.
The same Endgame one.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. There's nothing to this figure to be worth $350 besides the demand that they created for the figure. End of story. So, exactly what Dilo said. You're going to get that email saying, your order has been, your wait list has been, filled. You're not going to question anything because they look like, oh my God, they're exactly what he said. They're hooking me up. I'm finally getting my figure. You're not going to sit there, is this really worth it? Is it? Because now in your head, this is limited. This is super limited, and I'm finally going to get it. Meanwhile, it was never limited. They created it to make you feel like, oh man, I really need this $350 Captain America that is worth $200 really. Because even like I said, what?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off here. If you don't believe what me and Fabs is saying, go on Facebook right now. Go into one of your favorite BST groups. Find me a Chrome Attack of the Clones trooper. Find me a Boba Fett arena Boba Fett. Find me one there. Because that was limited too. And guess what, boys and girls? Those things are not selling for more than $25 over retail right now. They're not pushing high numbers. So Captain America at $350 retail. Ladies and gentlemen, no, not going to happen.
Look at this.
Not going to happen.
Look at this. $274, right? This was the last one we got. Look at the accessories. Look at all the stuff you get. You get the 3 mouthpieces. You get the head sculpt. You get the shattered shield. You get the regular full shield. You get the Mjolnir. You get a ton of stuff for $274. $274. And you're going to tell me that nothing Captain America. I'm going to find it because I'm 99% sure that thing was $350. So we go search Captain America Endgame. Of course, it's not going to come up now. How do I go to waitlist? Is it up here? No. How do I find the waitlist?
I just go through Hot Toys and filter.
Yeah, see, because it'll come up, but I got to go to like waitlist, and there's an option to do that. Hold on, let me see. What's new? No, Hot Toys. Here we go. Yeah, because again, they created that to make that extra money on the figure. Star Wars. No, you're gonna see Marvel. So here we go. Here we go. Hot Toys. On sale. I thought there was a waitlisted option to click on. Oh, here it is. Oh, hide waitlist. Oh, never mind. Oh, God. Is it going to come up, do you think?
I'm looking for you now, bud.
Yeah, it's got to come up. It's got to come up because I'm 99% sure that thing was $350 and for no reason at all.
It's not coming up on their website now. Hot Toys. America.
Oh, here it is. There we go. Oh, $320. Here it is. $320.
It's still even that, man.
So yeah, exactly. Even that for $274, from $274 to this, and look what you get. You get 5 hands, you get the Peggy Carter picture, you get 1 shield, the head sculpt, and that. You think, and like I said, the suit is not even colorful. It's not a new material. This material is different than the Endgame material, than the regular Captain America from Endgame that we saw. You don't get, the multiple mouthpieces. You don't get half of the stuff that you get with the other one that's $274. So again, you label it Hot Toys exclusive, and you create the demand, and we're paying more for a figure that has less, that has tons less. So that's what I think they're doing now with pieces that they know they're going to sit on. Especially this, to them, was easy money. This was easy money. There was nothing crazy that they did brand new here that it's like, oh man, this is a brand new figure for $320. Absolutely not. This was, a nothing figure that they fucking boosted up, and boom, here you go. Mike says, question: how do you guys feel about mini bus? What bus? What mini bus? What? Give me an example of one to see what you mean, because I don't know exactly.
Oh, look like a Wonder Woman, stuff like that. That's like the. I don't know what the scale is called. Is it 1.5 is what a mini bus is, or?
I don't know. Mini bust. Like these things?
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, this says bust though. This is is this a mini bust? I don't know. Let me know, Mike. Jables, what's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. What's up, Michael? Thank you for coming. No, it's not. It's not $350. Obviously, I was wrong. It's $320. But still, like 320 for over 274, absolutely not. It's not happening. If I didn't already
Tax plus shipping too, forget about it.
Exactly. That's more. It's gonna be like 350, 360. If I didn't already own the end game, I cover that. I didn't even know what the exactly. When this was announced, I was like, oh, they reissued, the Captain America Winter Soldier version. Not Winter. Was it Winter Soldier? Yeah. And
yeah, it was Winter Soldier.
Yeah, and I was like, I have two of them. It's not a big deal. And then when I noticed that it was Endgame, I was like, when the hell did that happen? Because I didn't remember that suit in there at all. And then when I had to go watch the movie again, like the beginning, it happens in the beginning. And I was like, now I see why they did. So that's what made me, because at first I was like, oh, I don't really care for it. But then when I saw that it was Endgame, I was like, I didn't see that in Endgame. I said, we just got the Endgame, the two Captain Americans from Endgame, which was 2012, and the one I just showed you guys. So I was like, when the hell was this suit in there? And then when I saw it was at the very beginning, I was like, oh, man. So then I really wanted it because of the fact that I need them all. Until Hot Tools announced the limited Captain America, I realized he wore the... Exactly. No, that's exactly what I just said. I had no idea either. I had no idea. Star Wars specifically. Do they have them on Sideshow? Let me see. Star Wars mini bus. Send me a link. No, I don't know. I don't know what shows you're talking about. Send me a link so I know what you're talking about. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Not that I don't know. I would not at this point. If for example, you guys know my buddy got it ordered. He ordered one for me from Shanghai directly. He finally got it. It's in his possession at this point. He sent me a picture of it. He's supposed to be coming here. He lives in Jersey, so he's supposed to be coming over next weekend to drop it off. Again, my total amount that I had to pay for the figure was $450, I believe. Again, the reason being it's because it comes from he had to pay the figure what it's worth over there plus the shipping here. So that's what I ended up having to pay for it. Which again, I don't care. I have the figure. If, for example, I obviously joined the wait list, if it fills, I would absolutely get a second one. Just because I just would want one, I would want another one. But if I don't, it is what it is. I'm gonna display it like this anyway. So you know what I mean. I don't need to have the helmeted head on. But if I get a second one, absolutely, I'm gonna have it.
You
like
heard it here first, guys. If they fulfill his order on Sideshow, it's going in the raffle.
Yeah. Okay. So so look, like I don't need. He comes with the two mouthpieces, the angry one, the closed mouth one, and then obviously like this to me is like the classiest look. You know what I mean? Like he just looks so good like this, and I would have him just like this, exactly like this, holding the Infinity Gauntlet and the shield. That's it, nothing else. Again, very basic figure for 320. Absolutely not, but it is what it is. I still want it. I still got it. But again, don't be shocked if your orders start fulfilling. You heard it here first. Because it's a no-brainer for them to sell something like this. And they're charging us that money because of this. And only because of this. That is the only reason why. There's nothing else about this figure that that gives them the right to charge us that much money. But when the collectors saw, when we saw that, it's a new piece. We've never gotten that before. It's from the Endgame movie. It was from, one of the scenes of the movie when they showed that the gauntlet was destroyed. So they create that demand and that hype for something that we've never seen before. We've never gotten before. So that's why they could get away with charging that much more money because of the fact that it's a brand new, everything else we've gotten, literally everything else we've gotten except this. So, what are we going to do? It's either you buy or you don't buy. That's it. Very simple. I was going to ask you something too. What did you say about this? You're getting this? If you are you waiting to get it cheaper, or you just if it fulfills, you get it?
You talking about for me specifically?
Yeah.
For me, no. I'm not pre-ordering this thing. I didn't join no wait list or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm still. For me, this is kind of like an experiment, Babs. You know what I mean? Like, is this really waitlisted, right? If it comes back, was it ever truly waitlisted? You know what I mean? What we've been talking about there. So for me, I'm willing to be the test dummy for the collectors. That's how much I appreciate and love you guys for tuning in to watch Fab's show over here. I will be your test dummy. I will not order it. I will wait if there's a second, third, fourth batch to see if that happens or not. And if it does, damn no believe I'm going to get it for cheaper than 320. If for some reason I start getting squirmy and maybe it's really going to be gone, I might swing and buy it because I do like this suit. This suit right here is my favorite look there. Like Fab said, it's a very classy looking suit. In my opinion, probably the best suit Chris Evans, Captain America, has worn there. And I think that's what the appeal is for this suit. It's not just that it's like, it's another Endgame figure from Captain America. I think it's the suit. The suit itself really just makes this figure here. So, but just 320 is just too much for me to justify for a Captain America figure. Heck, the Endgame one at 275, that was a lot for a Captain America in my opinion. So I'm just not going to do 320. So I will hold off. I will wait and see if it truly is as exclusive as they make it to be. Or, am I going to take an L and just miss out? I'm okay with it either way.
Yeah, I can't. I'm telling you, I'm so excited to get mine. I'm overpaying because it's coming from there and the shipping and all that stuff. So I'm not, it is what it is. But I don't care if I get a second one. I'll be perfectly happy. Mike, is this what you mean? These little ones here, the 1/6 minibus? I don't own any of these. I never even knew about these things. I know my buddy has like Lego ones, like he's got a ton of these here, but these no, I never even heard about these things. This one's cool right here.
Diamond selecting a Gentle Giant doing these here. Okay.
The Rex. Yeah, that's a cool one. They're not bad.
The Ray one looks awesome. I like that one.
This is cool. This one, the Short Trooper, looks nice too. The Mandalorian looks cool. No, these are cool. Do you collect these, Mike? I never seen these. These are not bad. I wouldn't get into them, but these are not bad. My friend has this. He has a ton of these. He's got a lot of these Lego ones. And they look pretty cool. He's got this. 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 This, I think. He's got all these. But yeah, no, I wouldn't get into these. It's not for me. Mike says I collect some minis. They're pretty nice. There's a great Sabine. Yeah, I am. Let me see. Look at that.
Oh, she's pricier. Interesting.
That's a
that
cool
looks nice
color
though.
combination. Yeah, those colors they
with
pop.
The dark saber too. Nice.
Look at that. That's sick.
I like that it's modular. You can change pieces out. I like that. That's cool.
Wow, that's really nice. No, I never look at that. It's got the sword, the gun. That's crazy. No, I never seen any of these. They're like little halfway figures. Like you don't need the leg. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be Hot Toys' next option. Half the figures if you want half the price, guys.
Well, they're already starting with the little bus for the extra heads. So who knows? Who knows where they're going? All right, guys. So another thing I want to go over the raffle again. Obviously, we finished the one before. The new one's up. There's 21 spots remaining. Again, message me if you want to get into it. And what was the other thing? We'll be back Tuesday, right? Tuesday at 7, guys. So stay tuned for that. I was going to ask you something. Are you going to? Oh, you're going to be here Tuesday. You said, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it'll be D'Lo and I on Tuesday. And anything you want to say to the people?
No, just thanks for tuning in today, guys. Keeping us company. Appreciate you guys in the comments there, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, if you will. That does help the algorithm, help Fabs out, and all that stuff like that. Let's help them out. And let's fill up this raffle a lot faster than the last one, man. It took forever.
Yeah, I got like a month.
I started getting gray hairs by the time that raffle filled up, so it took a while. So yeah, guys, let's support Fabs.
Good luck, whoever is watching the World Cup. Good luck to Argentina. Good luck to France. If you go for either team, it's going to be insane. And yeah, so I'll see you guys on Tuesday, hopefully. And stay well. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one.